Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am the Drunken Goth, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at some of my own car history. Now, while I'm sure, as did we all, that I started off quite small, it did not take long for me to advance into something a lot bigger and a lot more powerful. So we start off with my first car, the Vauxhall Astra H. Now obviously when you first pass your test, it's not particularly viable to go out and buy something with a big engine or something particularly powerful. So this was what I went for. And although again very small engined, not particularly powerful, I actually really enjoyed it as a car. Obviously being in the line of work that I'm in, I did feel compelled to modify it, so it had the induction kit, the different wheels, the exhaust, etc. All of which made it a little bit sportier, a little bit better, but overall I still actually think it was a very good car and I had some great memories with this thing. Next we have the Honda Civic Type S. Now again, I would have preferred the Type R, but I was a young driver at the time and going for the Type R straight away wasn't particularly viable financially when it came to the insurance. So again, this was the next best thing. And I think it was a great car. It was very modern, it had a lot of great features, again not exceptionally powerful, but again very much exactly what a young lad wants, and I would still recommend this car now to anybody looking to buy one. Next up we have the Maserati BiTurbo. Now the main reason I bought this car was I was looking for a track car, something not an everyday road user, but something that could be modified, that didn't cost a lot of money at the time, and that I could just have a bit of fun with. It was moving up the ladder a little bit, but at the end of the day, being a Ferrari and Maserati mechanic, it seemed like the best choice as I could get hold of the parts cheap, and it was well within the realms of something I knew quite a lot about. As is always the case, as time went on, I did start to crave something a little bit better. So this is where I bought my R33 Skyline GTS. Now I still own this car to this day. I've had it now for 12-13 years and I adore it. It is easily comparable to a lot of Ferraris and I really do think it's exceptional. It was, to me, my shortcut of getting into something like a Ferrari 550, and it has never disappointed me in any way, shape or form. It is exceptional on track and it is exceptional on the road. I have modified it quite a lot over the years and I will release a separate video on that, but I adore this car and I am not sure I'll ever sell it. I absolutely love it. Next up we have my Nissan Silvia S15 Varietta. Now unfortunately the Varietta comes with the R33 engine, so it is non-turbo, not as quick as the spec R. But it is still a very fun car to drive. It's very unique, I do love it with the roof down, and it's still a very good looking car on its own. Although not as powerful as the Skyline, it still is a lot of fun to drive and I do love it. Next we have my Audi RS6 Avant. Now the RS6 has always had a very strong reputation for its performance figures, and with this being the Avant, it's also very practical as well. I mainly got this as my everyday car. I couldn't continue using the Skyline as a daily run around, and this was a way of not getting into something terribly slow and terribly boring, while still maintaining the practicality of having a large boot, 4 seats, 4-wheel drive, could be used in any weather, and I really do rate this thing. It's an absolute beast. Next is another one of my Nissans, the 300ZX. Now currently this thing is off the road and it is being restored. I am trying to put it back to as close to original as possible, but again very unique. You don't see many on the road nowadays. I love the styling, I love its appearance, and with it having the 3-litre V6 engine, it still has very nice performance figures, good exhaust note, and it should be a very fun car once it's back on the road. Next is my Ferrari Testarossa. Now I have since sold this car unfortunately, but what a car, I absolutely adored it. Being a fan of all the 80s styling and the exhaust note from a flat 12 engine, I really did enjoy this car massively, but at the end of the day, with the prices going the way they were it was silly of me to hold on to it for too long, especially since my inclination is always to start modifying cars. Finally, we have my Ferrari 328 GTS. This was another one where I adore the iconic 80s styling of Ferrari, and I couldn't resist, especially in black. I think it looks sleek, I think it looks gorgeous, a very fun car to drive. Again, not very quick, but it didn't have to be. The exhaust note, the feel of the car, very much like an old-fashioned go-kart, absolutely beautiful, and I do adore it. Well, that is it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, please subscribe to the channel, and I shall see you all on the next one. Bye bye.